Hey guys, quick reminder, from now all the way through the 26th, code Immortal will get you 30% off your entire G Fuel order, so if you want to snag a new tub, shaker cup, or starter pack, or if you simply want to try G Fuel for the first time, now is definitely the best time to do so. And now on to today's video. Ladies and gentlemen, we are approaching a pretty pivotal time here in Modern Warfare, as Season 2 of the game is right around the corner and is dropping here in just a little over 3 weeks. We've also got the rumored Battle Royale mode that honestly could be announced any day now, and in general, the horizon is loaded with exciting content updates. So all of that got me thinking today, what is the future like for the DLC this year between the remaining seasons and the content within them? So today, we're breaking down just that. But before we jump into it all, hey hi, how you doing? If you're new here, feel free to subscribe with your notifications turned on. That way you can always stay up to date with the latest Call of Duty news and intel. And of course, if you enjoy the video at any point, let me know by dropping a like on it. And now let's break down the future of DLC here in Modern Warfare. Now technically, we are about to head into our third season of the year, with the first being Season 0, which obviously came at launch, Season 1, which we're currently in, being the second, and Season 2 coming up on February 11th being the third. And back prior to the game launching, we originally had a leak detailing 5 seasons to be coming during the year, those being Season 1, Broken Arrow, Season 2, Cyber Attack, Season 3, Bio-Warfare, Season 4, Homegrown Terrorism, and Season 5, Climate War. Now obviously, we've seen Season 1 come and go, and I guess Season 0 as well, and neither of those had direct names. It was just simply Season 0 and Season 1. Season 0 technically wasn't even called that. So those may very well be the coded names for each of the seasons, and honestly, those don't matter all that much. What does matter though is the fact that we see 5 seasons there listed in the game files, and that just so happens to line up with some information that we already have leaked. However, it also does not line up with some other information we have, which I know is a bit confusing, so just let me explain. Basically, Reddit user Nepits ended up data mining the officer rank emblems that you get for completing the officer challenges each season about 2 months back. And while I can't show those on screen since some of them haven't been released yet, I can tell you right now, the Season 1 and Season 2, or technically Season 0 and Season 1 emblems, are correct. We can only assume the following 4 seasons will be too. So that once again brings us back to there being 5 official seasons, and in addition to Season 0, 6 in total. Now, assuming Season 0 was not named in the game code, that also lines up as well, 6 seasons for the year, much like how we had 6 operations back in Black Ops 4. So things still seem to be all good there. As of now, that indicates we'll see 4 more seasons revealed throughout the year. But then we get some conflicting info that makes things a bit more interesting, I guess. Now, on the official Call of Duty website, there is a landing page that is specifically based around the PS4 advantage that players get thanks to Activision and Sony having an exclusivity deal. Obviously, the standout feature of that is the survival mode that PlayStation has for a whole year before Xbox and PC gain access to it. That still seems absolutely crazy to say out loud. Anyways, because of that survival mode option, we are able to see some of the upcoming operations in a redacted format. Under the survival maps portion of the webpage, we see that we've got Grasna Raid, Piccadilly, Anaya Palace, and St. Petrograd already featured since they're all available now. But then, after that, we end up seeing 5 redacted maps with fuzz shown as the image render. So we essentially know we have seasons 2, 3, 4, and 5 coming up at the very least for a grand total of 6 seasons this year. However, we've got 5 more maps for survival. Now, this could indicate 2 different things. One season will feature 2 survival maps, while the rest all feature 1, and that is honestly totally possible. But 2, it is also possible that we end up seeing an extra season release this year, in addition to what all we know about so far, bringing out the season total to 7 in that case. But there is one other piece of information we can infer that helps clarify things a bit. With the Season 1 extension, Season 1 will have effectively lasted for a total of 70 days or 10 weeks when it ends, just like the operations did back in Black Ops 4. So keeping that schedule and pattern throughout the remaining seasons, we would see that Season 3 would release on Tuesday, April 21st, Season 4 would then release on Tuesday, June 30th, Season 5 would release on Tuesday, September 8th, which just so happens to be my birthday, and if it were a thing, Season 6 would release on Tuesday, November 17th. However, we have seen Call of Duty release in October for these past few years, and prior to that it was always November beforehand. So that Season 6 release date really doesn't fit all that well. which leaves me thinking we'll only be seeing a total of 5 official seasons, with Season 0 making it 6 altogether. So hopefully that picture is painted clear enough from that discussion. So what all is to come in these future seasons? Well, honestly, quite a bit. One thing we saw happen a lot during Black Ops 4 was split seasons, where midway through, we would see a new second wave of content release alongside what we had from when the season first launched. And those two-part seasons could definitely be a thing this year, seeing as we now know that the roadmaps do not depict all the content we get in any given season, seeing as we've seen plenty of additional modes and other things release that were never shown on the Season 1 roadmap. Now, directly looking into Season 2, things get, well, extra spicy when considering a split season because of one thing specifically, that being the rumored Battle Royale mode. At this point, the BR mode is all but officially confirmed. We have game files on top of game files on top of game files referring to Battle Royale assets. We have Raven working on something big for Call of Duty that is not directly this title, yet their name appears on the startup screen for the game, hinting at the fact that they are leading the BR development. We also have multiple Battle Royale mechanics, including parachuting, skydiving, and gunfight OSP, which allows weapons to be picked up off of walls and the floor by nature, so on and so forth. Now, the reason I bring this all up is because the Battle Royale's rumored release date is early 2020, specifically around January or February. And with Season 2 launching on the 11th, that midway split would not fall right within that time frame, but it would be pretty close. And just knowing Activision and Call of Duty, they likely won't want to drop the Battle Royale right alongside a new season of content, with maps and weapons and whatnot, because obviously, Battle Royale would completely overshadow everything else, which doesn't really look all that great in the end. So, having it release at its own separate time midway through the season would set it apart enough to not override the hype of anything else, while also standing out enough to attract a lot of attention. Also, one last thing regarding the Battle Royale mode before we move on to the DLC weapon talk. I know I've seen a lot of people commenting recently saying a Battle Royale is a very bad idea because it's going to end up just like Black Ops 4 all over again, where the devs are stretched too thinly and they're ultimately overwhelmed because there's just too many things to keep up with between multiplayer, Spec Ops, and then the Battle Royale. But if it is true that Raven is leading the work on the BR, presumably alongside Sledgehammer and High Moon as well, then that's going to be plenty of assistance in that area, which means Infinity Ward doesn't need to focus too much energy on the BR, and instead can simply keep on track with multiplayer and Spec Ops, meaning basically everyone wins at the end of the day. So if you have that concern in the back of your minds, hopefully that brings up some assurance that we won't see a repeat of last year. Now, to round things out for today, I also wanted to bring up something that we touched on a bit the other day following the announcement of the Season 1 extension. In that announcement, IW revealed that we'll be getting the brand new crossbow DLC weapon through some kind of new challenge system, whatever that may be. When it comes down to it though, we know that we'll be earning the weapon through a challenge or series of challenges, and that means moving forward, we will likely see even more DLC weapon challenges added in, which keeps it fair and I guess civil in the way of not having to pay anything extra to earn a game-changing non-cosmetic item. So I would assume moving forward throughout the upcoming seasons, we'll probably have the same 2 to 3 weapons available at launch within the Battle Pass, and see at least one challenge-based weapon released during the season, maybe even more than that, but only time will tell there. But regardless, this extension and implementation of weapon challenges is a great addition as far as DLC goes. But on top of that, the weapon challenges also introduce the idea of operator challenges based around unlocking operators that you might have missed in the past because the Battle Passes, where they are available, are a limited time thing. So while nothing has been officially announced regarding those, with more and more operators being added in as time goes on, I honestly would expect to see some way to unlock the ones you might have missed to be added into the game, either through some form of direct payment, or ideally through a harder set of challenges you need to complete, but for free. But anyways, with all of that being said, that is effectively everything that we can break down as of right now regarding the future of DLC here in Modern Warfare, and that is going to wrap things up for today. If you guys enjoyed the video, let me know by dropping a like on it, as it would be much appreciated. And of course, if you're new here and you want to stay up to date with everything going on in the world of Call of Duty, including all the latest news and intel, updates and leaks, and pretty much everything else in between, feel free to subscribe with your notifications turned on. That way you'll always know when I post a new video. As I mentioned earlier, COD Immortal will currently get you 30% off your G Fuel order through the 26th, So definitely capitalize on that if you're interested. And once again, thanks so much for tuning in. Until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.